There's a version of freelancing or remote work that almost nobody talks about. It's not the version where you're constantly chasing new clients. It's not the version where you're worried each and every month whether your work will continue or not. It's not the version where you feel you're always performing, all right? Always trying to prove your value. The version nobody talks about is when the same clients come back, when contracts renew without you asking, when clients refer you to other people because they trust you in a way on a level that goes beyond what you technically deliver as work. That version exists and it's built on specific set of professional behaviors, not talent alone, not seniority, not years of experience. In this video, I'm going to show you the account management system that produces that version of your career. Let me correct a common belief first. Now, most freelancers or remote professionals, they think that clients leave because of these things: price, finding someone cheaper, the project ending naturally, and it just didn't work out. Sometimes those are true, but in my experience, the majority of client exits, right? And that level comes down to one thing, and that is like erosion of confidence. Somewhere along the engagement, the client stopped being confident that you were on top of things. It might have been a missed deadline, it might be like an unclear email, a task that fell through, a week where communication was not very tight and it was quiet. The client didn't get necessarily angry, they just got quietly uncertain. And uncertain clients don't renew, they don't refer, they move on. Now, the job of account management, real account management, is to make sure that confidence never erodes, right? Not to be perfect, but to be predictable, but to be responsive and to be clear. Think about the last time a client relationship ended. Was it really about the work or about how the communication felt? I want you guys to add your answers in the comment section. Let's talk about the second section in this video, guys. This is the core part of the video. 5 components. Component 1 is the onboarding standard. Now, the first 7 days of any client engagement sets the tone for everything that follows. All right. Most freelancers treat onboarding as like a paperwork phase. It's not. It's a trust installation phase. In your first 7 days, you should do these things. Send a structured welcome message that confirms scope of work, timeline, primary communication channel. Share a simple document that shows the client what they can expect from you on a weekly basis. All right. Ask 3 to 5 clarifying questions that demonstrate the depth of thinking, not just task acceptance. And finally, set a single weekly check-in rhythm. Even a 15 minutes async or maybe like a 20 minutes async does it. Now, this takes maybe 45 minutes to set up, but the task dividend it pays over the length of the engagement time period is enormous. Now, component 2 is the weekly visibility loop. If your client doesn't hear from you, they assume nothing is happening, even if you're working every single day. Out of sight is out of mind and out of confidence. All right. The weekly visibility loop is a single short, structured update message, not a wall of text, not a meeting, a message. A structure can be like this, like what I completed this week, what I'm working on next, one thing I need from you, if anything at all, one observation or flag, optional, but it's very powerful. This one habit differentiates you from the 90% of the remote professionals your client has ever worked with. Now, component number 3 is the expectation reset protocol. Okay, now things go wrong, timeline slip, scope changes, life happens, right? We all know that, we've been there. Difference between a professional and an amateur isn't that the professional never faces problems. They definitely do. It's just that the professional communicates problems before they become surprises. All right. The rule is simple. Never let a client discover a problem independently that you could have told them before or about it first. When something shifts, you flag it, right? You explain it in 1 or 2 sentences. You give a revised plan, you move on. All right. That's it. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to overly do it. You don't have to go for defensive explanations. Just a clear professional communication is enough. Component number 4 is the renewal conversation. Now, most professionals wait for the client to bring up renewal. That's backwards. All right. You should initiate the renewal conversation approximately 3 to 4 weeks before the natural end or to your current engagement. Not to pressurize them, to show that you are thinking ahead. The framing should be this way, guys. I'll just read out the text for you. So we are about 4 weeks from wrapping up what we agreed on for this phase. I've been thinking about what the next logical phase looks like based on where things are right now. When's a good time to spend 20 minutes talking through it? Now, that sentence does several things. It shows proactivity, it signals investment in their outcomes, and it reframes renewal as a mutual conversation, not like a sales pitch. Component 5 is a referral system. Now, most referrals happen by accident. Professional accounts engineer them. All right. The right moment to ask a referral is not at the end of an engagement, it's right at the peak of a win. When you've just delivered something and the client was visibly happy about it, then ask, I'm glad that worked out well. If you know anyone else dealing with that specific problem you solved, I'd really appreciate an introduction. The kind of work we do together is exactly what I'm looking for more of. Now, you got to be specific. It should be a low pressure tonality and it should be timed correctly. Which of these 5 components we talked about right now is weakest in how you currently work with your clients? Please drop the number below, guys. Now, here's something the freelance world doesn't say often enough. Being technically excellent at your work is table stakes. It's a minimum. It's what you need not to get fired. But what gets you renewed, referred, and paid more is how you make the client feel during the process. Do they feel like they're working with someone who has things under control? Do they feel like someone is watching out for their interest? Do they feel like they can relax about this part of their business? That's what the professional account management actually sells, not your output, the feeling of reliability. And that feeling is almost entirely produced by communication, not deliverables. So, the 5 components. First of all, we have the onboarding standard. Install trust in just the first 7 days. Second, we have the weekly visible loop. Never let the client confidence erode. The third one is the expectation reset protocol. Communicate problems before the problem becomes surprises. All right. And renewal conversation, initiate 3 to 4 weeks before the neutral end. And finally, a referral system, ask at the moment of the win. If you implement all 5 of these, you will retain more clients, receive more referrals, and feel substantially less anxious about the stability of your income. Templates of all of these 5 communication frameworks are in the description, guys. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button and add a comment. This will give me more understanding on how I can improve more videos. I can bring more information for you guys. So cheers, and I'll see you guys on the next video.